Good morning, good morning, good morning to all my neighbors. What's up, guys? I am Sam. We in Casey is in school, but I wanted to do a video, I guess, about my ex. Woo, whoa, Jesus. We're gonna do a video about the ex. So it's going to be a lot of clips. Maybe I'll do a little bit of voiceovers with it too. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm gonna do. So sit back and enjoy the ride of me and my ex-wife. I'm going to blur her face out and I will change her voice. Okay? But this is the ex.
Better. And
So I've been wanting to share this
I also
video
came
with
across
my
the whole
ex, but
thing
I was like,
about
how can I do it
narcissists. I'm like, okay,
and
I didn't
still
quite
protect her
identify with
privacy?
everything
Like
about being a narcissist,
even
but
in divorce, I'm still trying to protect her
some things
privacy.
I can
So
relate to,
I
but
pretty
not
much
quite
did a
everything.
screenshot of when
So
I
then I
recorded
come to
it.
find
This
out
is
that
when
there's
she
a
was in the mental
subcategory
hospital
of
because
an
she
invert
attempted to kill
narcissist.
herself when
I'm an
her sister
invert
called me
narcissist,
and was
which
like,
is
Cinda,
a
da 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 da
codependent
da.
narcissist.
Had an allergic reaction
Apparently, I
to
crave
taking
to be with
Benadryl, and I
other
was like, how
narcissists
can it be an allergic
so they can
reaction to
continue to
Benadryl when
inflict the
that's what
same
you
kind
take
of
when you
emotional
have an
pains
allergic
that I
reaction? She took a whole bottle of
received when I was
Benadryl she
growing
was
up.
drinking, and she
I
tried
seem
to
to
pretty much kill
be
herself.
able to function and I
This
feel like I'm
was
okay in
the
that
end
type of
strike of trying to be
relationship,
friends with my
even
ex-wife.
though I am not. And outside of those people, everybody else, apparently on board with that person or it's just a way that, whatever I have going on is going to pass and I'm going to get better. But that's a lie. It doesn't get better. It temporarily feels like it gets better, but the emptiness that I feel inside is always there. It's been there for as far as back as I can remember. You know, I've had the empty feeling since I was a child. Um, I don't remember if it's before I came to the United States or not. But I know I always feel like I'm different, like I'm on the outside. And nobody understands me. Nobody cares about me. Um, you know, I've always been made to feel like I can't express myself. I don't even know who I am. I really don't. The person who I thought that I was, um, this confident person who can do anything, it was a lie. Inside, I'm empty. I'm filled with all this pain and anger and resentment. I'm filled with the questions of why me. You know, I'm not the only person in the world that feels the way that I feel, but it doesn't make me feel any better about knowing that either. It's like currently I feel like nobody in my life can understand, what I feel and the pain that I have. I try to put a smile on my face and, pretend that everything is fine. And it's not. It really isn't. I go to my therapist and, we talk. But I don't feel better. I don't feel worse. I don't feel better. I'm just existing, barely. And, I'm tired of it. I've been having suicidal thoughts for consistently for about a week or two now, maybe 2 weeks now. And, I'm try to talk myself out of it, saying, let me not do it yet, who's gonna take care of Kayla? Um, you know, but realistically, Kayla will be fine. She's lovable. She's a puppy. she'll be anybody will take her. Me on the other hand, it's like, who loves me? Who cares about me? I mean, Chanel, you might care about me. I'm sure you do in your own way. You know, I think about that. We talk every day, but despite us talking every day, you don't know who I am. You don't know the real me. You don't know the pain that I go through. I know I do a pretty. I have a pretty good job. I do a pretty good job of hiding who I really am. Masking, putting a mask on, because that's what I was taught to do. Um, you know, that was my snack alarm, which is not going to matter anymore at this point. Um, Mommy is like, I know you did I guess the best that you could when we were growing up. You couldn't offer me more than what you know yourself. Your mother and your father treated you however they treated you. And then you in turn did the same to me. I want to sympathize with you and say I understand, but I don't understand. What I don't understand is that, how can you inflict the same pain onto me that somebody inflicted onto you? Me being a child. How can you look at me every day and, not know that I was hurting? When I would come to you and say to you, so they can like me. And it worked. They did. They liked me making jokes. I'm sorry I wasn't ugly, or I wasn't fat, or my lips wasn't big, or my head wasn't big, or I look ugly. Eyes with you and say I understand. Project that stuff if I wasn't taught. I don't know the difference between, Chanel and I, and why, she was more affectionate than I was. Maybe you gave her some affection when you came to the United States because you were away from, the people who hurt you, so you became different. But for some reason, when it came to me, you didn't know what to do. I feel like you didn't know what to do. I went out on my own, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to take care of myself. Became, promiscuous, all these sexual encounters with different men when I was in the military. And it didn't make me feel better. Temporarily, it filled whatever void and whatever it was I was looking for. But it didn't take what I felt inside away. It didn't take away that emptiness and that sadness and that loneliness and that yearning to belong somewhere. It didn't take any of those things away.
So this is only bits and pieces of the video.
Eventually, I stopped.
I didn't know what to share, what not to share, but I just wanted, you guys just to hear a bit and pieces of what I went through and how at the end, I no longer wanted my marriage, but I at least wanted some type of friendship with her because we were somewhat cool, but she was abusive. She was physical, mentally abusive, and
verbally abusive, or
this right here, it showed me that no matter how much therapy she went through or we went through, it was going to always be that way. She's going to get mad. I remember one time she told me she was mad that I loved her more than her mother did. And then when she was in the hospital, like in the psych ward, I remember one statement being is, you being here don't matter because my mother's still not here. And I was like, what the heck?
I didn't even know it was there until he was actually pushing them. done with him. And, all that rage and anger was still there. It just kind of manifests in other things. Either, I worked too much to kind of not, to help me deal with that. I tried to have different partners and being in different relationships. Figured, that would fill whatever void and, suppress some of that rage. But no matter what I did, the rage is always still there. I'm still angry. I'm still bitter. I don't understand, why. Why could I not be loved? Why, why you didn't love me the way that, a mother should love her child? Why? If you knew or you felt like you couldn't, why didn't you just give me to somebody who possibly could? Why keep me, in the home and, I'm depressed, I'm sad, and you don't care. Your needs was more important than mine. In turn, I was nasty to my sister growing up. Because it's like, whatever you did to me, and I internalized that, and then, I kind of inflict some of those things onto her, and it wasn't right. And then I get married to Cinda, Cinda, she's dysfunctional too. I keep meeting one dysfunctional person after the other. I don't think I've met anybody in my life who hasn't been dysfunctional in one way or the other. And realistically, I'm attracting these people because that's who I am. I can't get more than I don't. I don't deserve anybody better than what I am. That's how I feel. Sid and I were very toxic. We pushed each other's buttons. We got on each other's nerves. And for some reason, we still stayed with each other. I guess we both function under chaos, even though we were both unhappy. I was unhappy. I kept expecting to get things from her and anybody else who I had an intimate relationship with, or any type of relationship with in that way. I tried to get something from them that would,
So as you guys can see, I have been through a whole lot. This is just one story of many. I'm not proud to share it, but I mean, y'all asked and I got all this information. It's more, but I don't know where it's at. But this is my survival from a wife who became very, very dysfunctional and abusive to me. So all of this is from April the 27th. And the sad part about it, I had to go to work and put a smile on my face. I think there's something wrong with my nose or maybe my lip, but the picture just not showing it. And then I keep saying I had to go to work that same day. I ended up almost getting a ticket, but the cop was lenient. So this is just some of the emails she was sending back and forth on Craigslist. A man looking to be strapped by a woman. This one is the same thing, being strapped by a woman. So this one really hurt my feelings. I took this picture outside my car. I was going to the pool, right? And look, this is what happened when I got home. Oh, where's the picture at? Come on, show the picture. She threw all my stuff that was upstairs, downstairs, like I was trash. Yeah. And she was like, because you shouldn't have posted that on Facebook. But I was posting that before me and you was together. For what reason did I have to stop posting it just because I got married? And another thing that hurt my feelings was when I stopped going around people. Like, I would just, stay in my little circle. But when I branched out and went back around people in which she knew, and which my son godmother knew too, they like, girl, she just making you out to be the bad person. Like, she said that she was in a crazy hospital and da-da-da. I wasn't no damn crazy hospital, but she was. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. She said that she was abusive to her. No, I wasn't. She was abusive to me. If you listen to the video, for the little bit of part that I did record, It's on there. She was like she was abusive, and it always came out. She was always angry. Yeah. And I'm looking like, I'm just so glad that, my last straw was the day that she told me one of us have to leave. If not, one of us going to have to leave in a body bag. And I was just like, man, F this. I ain't got time for this. I deserve better and I deserve more. So this is my iPad and also my iPod, in which she broke because she thought I was talking to other people. But the crazy part about it, I've never once cheated on my ex-wife. I thought about it. I had opportunity to do it. But I was madly in love with, I call her my enemy because that's what it came out to be, that she was my enemy. So, guys, you can see I've been through a lot. I just don't talk about it. I'm thankful that now I'm in therapy and I'm actually working through all of these issues that I have. And talking with you guys, I don't really mind it. The top line says, Smiley, I have no idea what to do to help you. I had to cover it up because her name was showing. I remember when she was leaving the hospital, like the mental hospital, I had reached out to a whole bunch of her friends, but only one friend showed up. And when I told her she was coming, she like, I'm not letting her in here. So I left and I was like, you know what? I don't want nothing else to do with this situation. Then I also reached out to her mother and was like, can you just call her and tell her that you love her? I mean, the mother ain't never reached back out to me. I don't know if she reached out to my ex-wife, but it is what it is. I don't know where she at right now. I don't know what she doing, but I pray to God that she stays away from me. And this is the email I sent to her mother.